Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, I'm so happy to have you. If my Patreon subscribers, welcome back to the channel. So for today's video, we're going to be talking about and discussing the health of Pope Francis and finding out what is going to be going on with him and what is his current energies and where he's currently heading at this point in time. We did do a recent video on the Vatican. If you have not already watched it, I will put it towards the end of today's video. Plus, I will suggest it in the comment section below. I have two videos already pre-made. One was from, I think, 2021. And the other one was going to be the new one that just got posted, I think, like 2 days ago, or you guys saw it yesterday. I don't know when you're seeing this specific video. But anyway, I will put those two videos towards the end of today's video, plus in the description below. But this video in particular, we're going to be discussing and talking about Pope Francis to find out what's going on with him, you know, the energies revolving around that. We've recently talked many times before that his replacement is going to be someone of a Christian nationalist, someone who's very imperialistic. I'll let you, I don't want to ruin it, so I'm going to let you watch those two other videos. But in this video, we're just going to be talking about and discussing Pope Francis. In the next two videos in part series of this, we'll be discussing the new Pope and what he's going to be like. He's going to be a male. And then the next one, I got mixed information now when I said that. I'm also seeing if it was not going to be male, it would be young female, but she's going to be blonde haired. But either way, same energy. And then she's going to be very similar to like a man essentially in some way. Like she's going to have that masculine energy, but I keep getting like chains, like the medieval chains around her. So she's obsessed with the medieval aspect. And then we have here as well, right after that video, we're going to talk about and discuss the Antichrists, because we have three. So we're going to talk about all three. So it'll be a multiple series connection, but all of them will have all the videos linked to all the videos prior in their description and the respective video. Anyway, without further ado though, today's video is being recorded on Wednesday, February 26th at 12:49 p.m. Eastern Standard Time as of this recording. So that is when this is being recorded. Everything in this video is just for entertainment purposes only and for educational purposes only as well. I'm not legally reliable for anything I do or say on this video. I do just for entertainment, and you understand that by watching this. Alright, so if you want to help out the channel grow or be able to spread the message to other people who are subscribed to the channel, you're not always going to be notified when I do post and upload, because that's just how YouTube is. You can do so and help spread it to all your family members by just liking, commenting, subscribing, hitting the bell icon, or even better yet, commenting in the comment section below, or even watching the video longer than normal. You'll be telling the algorithm, hey, I like his content, show me more. You'll be showing my content, other psychic tarot card readers and astrologers as well. So it helps me, helps you, helps everybody. However, if you do want to be notified and you're noticing you're not being notified by YouTube in any particular way, or your comments are being deleted, you can head on over to my Facebook group or my Blue Sky account, and you guys can follow that, and you'll be notified and uploaded when I do post and upload next. Plus, you have a direct line to me, so you guys can just ask me questions. Alright, so let's begin. We have a lot to get through today. Sending lots of love and light to Pope Francis, but let's find out what is going on, and we'll go from there. Like I said before, and some reason I forgot my book again. I forgot my book. But essentially, I said that the kings will fall, and essentially, it doesn't matter whether you're a pope, whether you're a president, it doesn't matter. You're in the eyes of the beholder a king in some way. You are a leader. So it comes in as a king. And I said that many kings will fall this year. And I hope that, what's it called? It's for the right people, is all I'm saying. Again, no biases. Alright, so I will just tell you as I've seen, and I won't put any bias in here like I always do. Very transparent and very open. Let's see what the cards say. Okay. Spirits and angels tell me Pope Francis is very sick right now. Can you tell me what is his current energy and where is he currently heading? We have the 10 of Pentacles, followed by wishful thinking on top, which is the Page of Cups. A young male, again, another young male. Should we use this deck? Okay. I'm going to push this back a little bit so you guys can see. What is going on in terms of the energy and frequency of Pope Francis? We have imprisonment on the bottom. Top of the deck, we have expectation. What are they expecting? To make a nude in the family room, but it's going to be private. And here's the Lovers card. Are you suggesting that he's passing away? Two very opposite cards in two different opposite directions. Here we have sudden wealth, high 11. Then we have here high honor. High honor, followed by the official person. So he's going to be known for a very high honor and a privileged lady. So honestly, I'm going to be honest with you guys, like I say here in the energy, it feels like this is not Pope Francis' time to go just yet. But, and here's the but, it doesn't look like he's going to be able to resume his duties as Pope, is what it feels like. Let's see what the cards are saying. The first card that comes in is the Two of Wands. And the Two of Wands is kind of giving me that domestic. Something is domestic. Something is going on within himself. Who he is. He's having issue from within his body. His health is failing from within his body. His body is not going to be able to carry on. It does feel like to me though, he is going to get that sense of healing. That sense of feeling that he is being revitalized. But it feels like it comes crashing down again. Like it's almost like a roller coaster. It goes up, it goes down, and then it goes up, but then never goes down again. Like it just stays up. That's what it feels like. Because the card just under here, even the message is that the stress of being the Pope has taken its toll on him, which is represented by toil and labor, which is 38. This is the message that just has to do with not only his job internally as being Pope, but also his body and his body's able and ability to handle all the stress that comes with the job and his duties. Underneath the Hermit card reverse here is darkness. Darkness, right? Not being able to find that light. Not finding that light. It's all about that journey, right? The journey. So in this period in time where he is now, because this is where he is after, when he started, this is where he is now. He's in the Hermit section, which is in reverse, which is in the darkness. And he is finding his path, his journey. I don't think the decision has been made yet. I think he's still deciding whether he wants to go, whether he wants to stay in the physical. Because that journey is still being decided. Does he want to stay or does he want to go? And that's where that decision is being made. We said here, I don't see him resuming his duties. I don't see him resuming his Pope duties in some way. Because we have the Ace of Cups with a lot of blessings, right? A lot of blessings. Like healing. So if he chooses to go the healing route, he can go the healing route. Despite coming out of this darkness, he will be healed. And he will be back in the position of Pope for temporarily. Or he could choose to go down the pathway and into the light. He has that option. He has that ability to go into the light if he chooses. Right? That's part of the journey here, right? He can not take a job. He can take the journey to the path, to the light. Right? Here he can go domestic into the dark. He can get temporary healing. But regardless, he still is not the one who's going to be Pope anyway. So I'm going to read it both ways. I'll read you both ways, and you guys can make your own determination. But I'm getting two different information on two most likely outcomes, and it's his decision to make. But I feel like it's not him deciding on the physical reality. It's his subconscious deciding that. Because in his subconscious, I'm looking at his soul contract right now, he had the option and the luxury to really choose because he was given the opportunity to say, well, I want to be able to choose how I want to go when the time comes. And he has two outcomes, and these are the two outcomes that I'm being shown. Because over here we have the King of Wands. This is this young male energy. This is that conservative card, that very conservative, very medieval style aura. And that does not represent Pope Francis at all. Which means that this is a young male. This is a young masculine energy in some way. It doesn't mean it has to be a man. It could be a woman. But it's that young masculine energy that's in his position, in his seat. Right? And it's being challenged by the Hermit and the healing, the darkness and the healing, is his own position, which is the Emperor. His position is being challenged, right? He is the Emperor. He is the de facto, because he is the old man, right? He is the old man. He's the old guy against this young individual, which means a young person is coming. Either way, it leads to the same outcome towards the end. The outcome is someone young takes his position. Under here, though, we have judicial, which means this person is not going to rule within the jurisdiction of the court. Or not within the jurisdiction of the church. He's going to do his own thing. This person who comes in is going to do his own thing. And here it's further clarified by community in reverse, which means it's not for the community, so it's not for the goodness of the people. It's for his own ambition, but he's portraying it in a way as if he is doing it for the goodness of the people, but he's not. It's an illusion. It's for the darkness. This is not talking about Pope Francis. This is talking about the guy who takes over after him. All right. Here, again, let's read it in different ways. We have here, he gets stressed out because of labor and his work and his job and his toll that has taken on him. Therefore, his body undergoes a journey, and the journey that he chooses, he ends up going into the light. The same idea is still here too, as in essence, because it's both. When you start to look at the cards are kind of similar here. Because we have that domestic, something internal is going on. This has to do with the stress, right? The darkness of the hermit was telling me he's going through a tunnel all by himself. And here we have the Ace of Cups, which is a very blessing card. But it's further clarified by the pathway, which tells me he can either go through healing, but he won't have his position anymore anyway, because it's challenged by the Emperor, which is his position being the challenge to this. But in the end, when you start to look at the two cards, they look almost identical in terms of its meaning and understanding and energy and frequency, which tells me, although he had that illusion of choice, he had that option of choice, the outcome is still very much the same. He will go eventually, and it will be a young guy who takes over, or a young person takes over with masculine energy. It could be both a female and a male, but it could be someone with masculine energy. And particularly, there are steps with the church's power and control that it once had, and they're trying to revitalize that. Right? I talked about the medieval crusades and them trying to reimagine that in a new way in a modern era, in the modern tone. But again, that is what this is talking about here. That although he can go through the healing process, he can come out of it, he won't have his position. The other option, though, is he ends up going into the light despite going through the darkness, which is his body transitioning over into the light. This is the first time we ever done somebody who possibly could be on the verge of passing away. This is the energy. This is the first time I ever get an energy like this, and it seems to be pretty consistent both within the tarot cards and within the Lenin, which is this one right here, which is the Kipper deck. Right, so it seems pretty much consistent. It had not shown me any coffin though, which is a good sign for him, which means it's not final. It had not been determined. Like I said, he still had that choice, but it's an illusion of choice. The outcome is still the same, which is this young individual is still the same, but how he chooses to go with his story is up to him. He could choose to go in through temporary healing and still pass away soon after, or he could just go into the light and then just not go through that sense of healing. So it's up to him if he wants to stay here a little longer, if he's ready to go. That's up to him. That's for him to decide, not for us. Here, though, on the past, though, we had the mature man, which is reversed, which is in the past tense, which means the mature male is on the left. Here on the right side, though, we have the house, which feels like the Vatican. So the Vatican is upside down. It's just telling me right now, I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't think he makes it out of the hospital. This is what it feels like. It doesn't feel like he makes it out of the hospital. Based on all the information I'm getting now, he probably decides to go into the light. It does not feel like he makes it out of the hospital. Because here we have high honor, like a remembrance, of a number. The remembering him is what it feels like, high honor, right? And we have the next card that comes in as the official person, right? They're remembering him, high honor. They're honoring him is what it feels like. And here we have the previous lady. She dressed up, very fancy. And then what's the next card that comes in after? We have Great Fortune, which is reversed. This feels very Greek, very Roman. And then what's the card that comes after that? We have the courthouse. It does not feel like he goes back to the Vatican. It does not. What's the bottom of the deck here? We have sudden wealth, which means 11, which means 777 times up, essentially. What's the card that comes in? Marriage. Right, number 3, and then imprisoned, feeling imprisoned. And then right after that, we have a message of concern, and that is Elon. So Elon is actively involved in the energies of the Vatican. All right, so that's what I'm getting in terms of the Pope. Let's see, because here behind the topic deck, we have wishful thinking. And we don't have a death card. Neither death card shows up, which means he could very well make it out of it, but it won't be for long. And here's the moon card reversed. It's saying a reveal. So I feel like I'm seeing him like he goes out of the hospital and he's like, everybody's like, I'm seeing something on the news, and the news is saying he goes out and he's okay, he's going home. But then something at that night, he dies or passes away within the night. Everybody feels like he passes away within the nighttime. And here we have is the Five of Swords, which means it feels like he did his battle. He did his battle. He was able to fight it for as long as he could, but his body couldn't anymore. And here is the Ten of Pentacles, opportunity, pass on. This is the generation going on to the next generations here. And here we have many options. Or the illusion of choice, depending on how you want to perceive that. But that's what I'm getting. Let me see. Spirit Angel tell me, is Pope Francis going to be able to leave the hospital? Or will he pass away in the hospital? Yeah, so he's walking. Hold on, I need to clarify because that looks like it could be either way. They're telling me they can't disclose that. Could be the 6 of Wands with the Knight of Swords upright, with the Emperor's card reversed. They're telling me they can't disclose this. Could we have the Four of Cups? He has not made his decision yet. They're telling me the next 7 days he'll make his decision. Here we have a decision will be final when he makes it. And he goes into smoother, calmer waters. Well, actually, no, he goes into trouble. Yeah, he goes into trouble, excuse me. And here is the new leader. So I wonder if it feels like he might actually take the position of trying to get back and trying to fight. But I feel like he knows something's happening. But I don't know if he's going to be able to fight. Because here, the top of the deck here with the King of Swords reverse. And he's out of power, yeah. In the Knight of Pentacles. His power gets transferred anyway. So it feels like it's very iffy. And here is the Four of Swords. If there was a scenario where his power gets transferred away from him to somebody else, it feels like he goes home and passes away at home in his own place, wherever that home is. He passes away at home, not at the hospital. That's what I'm getting. He passes away at home at night, but not in a hospital. Even though there was information here, it's telling me here that he still had choices. He still had choices to make. It's still his decision. It had not been final, if you will. But I'm also getting, there's also another outcome here. I'm also getting, all this could be happening, all the energy could be, remember, time is linear. Spirit cannot tell time the way we can, right? Think of it this way. You were born here, you died here, and your story is in between. When Spirit sees it, it all happening at once, right? So which is why it's hard for them to really discern timing. Also, nonetheless, we are in the year of 2025, whereas in North Korea, it's the year 30. I mean, it's confusing for Spirit. I can only imagine. So everybody in different countries, different cultures, they have different time frames. So, it makes sense why they wouldn't be able to tell time and be as accurate as it could be, because time is a man-made thing. But essentially what I'm getting here, there is a plausibility and a possibility where he does make it out of the hospital, but he doesn't have his position anymore, because it feels like to me that they opted in for some sort of rule that prevents him from taking power again. And they put in somebody new, and right after the new person's in power, he passes away. So maybe he might have some more time than he thinks. I will probably say within the next 4 months, 6 months, it feels like, because I assume it's going to take that long to be able to pick the new pope. But it feels like sometime this year, though. Sometime this year, I don't think he's going to, his energy doesn't feel like it's active in 2026. Yeah, it doesn't feel active in 2026. I just checked. It doesn't feel active. So whenever this all plays out, however this plays out, I don't see him making it into the new year. I don't, unfortunately. The last time I read on this, in someone with similar energy, was Queen Elizabeth, back in 2022, in January, and she later died in September of that year. So, or 2021. I don't even know when she died. She just died somewhere around that time. But anyway, let's take a look and see and see what happened. But you guys let me know what you guys get in the comment section below. We're sending lots of love and light to Pope Francis, hoping that he's healed and gets better. But this is where I see in terms of energetically, this feels like where it's going. It looks pretty consistent overall. Although there is a little bit of plausibility, possibility to how the story ends, because he does have that option to create that story. But the story is still very much the same, that someone new comes in and it's going to be a young masculine energy, and somebody who is of a more conservative approach, probably extreme conservative, possibly a nationalist Christian nationalist, excuse me. But anyway, that's what I'm getting for today's video. I don't get anything else. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I know it's probably not what we all wanted to hear, but that's just how it works, right? Alright, anyway guys, thank you for watching. I love you. Have a great night, and until then, I'll see you all soon. Bye.